It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 26th of February. I'm Michael Groff. Yeah, the calendar says February. It feels like March, maybe even April out there. The warmest weather we've had so far this season. We're in the midst of it right now, and that will continue for the rest of the week. A cooling trend comes in here for this weekend and next week, and that will be accompanied by some increase in clouds, maybe some breezy conditions at times. Question is, will we see any precipitation here in the valley or across the state? We're in desperate need of rainfall and snowfall up north. Will we see it? Well, we'll talk about it right now as we dive on in. First, here's that almanac from yesterday. We did it. 90 degrees was the afternoon high. That's our first 90-degree day of the year, the first of many. And typically, we don't see our first 90 until late March, and the average high temperature doesn't reach 90 degrees until sometime later on in April, so we're a month or two ahead of schedule. The news that I'm sure all of you are thrilled to hear. 57 was that morning low. 73 and 51 are the averages for this time of year. Looking outside right now, just after 11 o'clock, we've got just a few high clouds around, mostly sunny skies. 75 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew point's 25, humidity 15%, a light wind, and the barometer is steady. Satellite picture out here across the west, just a few high clouds streaming across northern and eastern Arizona at this time. High pressure is the dominant feature out here across the west and will remain so. The watch warning map is extremely quiet across the country right now. No real high impact events ongoing at this time. Convective outlook 2 is fairly quiet with no organized severe weather, although some thunder possible for parts of the Midwest and for parts of Texas around the Arklatex region. And here's the precipitation outlook valid through Wednesday morning of next week. And looking across the country, the wettest region, well, that's around Memphis, over toward Louisville, Kentucky, up into parts of Indiana. But other than much of North Dakota, Minnesota, parts of Montana, the only other area without any precipitation for the next 7 days, well, yeah, right here in the Southwest. And you can see that here in Arizona. Just a little bit of light rain, light snow possible across northwest, northern Arizona with a couple of features that will pass by. But here in the valley, we're not expecting any measurable rain. We'll talk about the prospects of it, though, in more detail as we get to the models right now, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure out here across the west. Heights are above average, and so what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today. Mostly sunny and quite warm. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, and I suppose it's not inconceivable, just like yesterday, we could even touch 90 degrees. And there will be some record highs challenged across the area as well. Believe it or not, yes, it is still February. I know, right? Tonight, the skies are clear. Overnight lows mostly in the 40s to low 50s, and then tomorrow it's more the same. Sunny, warm. Highs mid to upper 80s. Should see at least mid 80s on Friday. The sky is mostly sunny, but an area of low pressure off to the north and west of us will push in across California and mostly be passing to the north of us. The trajectory of this has shifted further to the north with each model run, and that's how it's going to look for Saturday. The majority of this low will move across Nevada and Utah, maybe northern Arizona. So could see some precipitation for the Sierra, across parts of Utah, maybe again, northern Arizona, the rim country, the eastern mountains, and even at that, we're not talking about much here, just some very, very light sprinkles or light showers. Here in the valley, there might be a small increase in clouds and some breezes, and it will be cooler on Saturday. High temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 70s. Should be a fairly delightful day otherwise. Same thing Sunday, mid, maybe upper 70s. The sky is mostly sunny. Here we go to next week, and broader troughing does look like it's going to start to take shape off to the north and west of us, and that should push in here Monday and Tuesday. But again, the majority of the moisture and dynamics with this are going to stay just to the north and west of us. You can see some rain and snow for California, the Great Basin, the Intermountain West, the Pacific Northwest. But again, mostly to the north and west of us. Now, we can't completely rule out the chance of a shower here on Monday. There might be just enough moisture around for that. But at this point, we're just putting a 10% chance in the forecast. It sure doesn't look like we're going to see anything meaningful out of that. Now, the only other big impact with this feature will be cooler temperatures, highs upper 60s and low 70s. So we will be, well, more in line with where we ought to be for this time of year temperature-wise. Same deal Tuesday. we should be mostly sunny to partly cloudy, high temperatures topping out somewhere in the upper 60s and low 70s. A week from today, this is Wednesday, the 5th of March. Got that system now across the plain states and moving toward the east. Got another area of low pressure well off the west coast, kind of a Rex block developing there, but we are dry. And if this is right, high pressure is building back in, so temperatures should rebound a bit, probably back toward the mid and upper 70s. Now we're getting into the month of March, so the cooler weather doesn't last long, even when it does occur. Here's Thursday the 6th. Big trough for the east. Plenty of cool temperatures there. Still going to feel like winter in some parts of the country, but just not so much around here. High temperatures should be at least a little bit above average in that kind of a configuration. Low pressure to the west. Going out 10 days. This is Friday the 7th. Notice that big low, it just very, very quickly weakens and shears out as it comes in here. Just a very subtle open wave that moves across the area. So some clouds and maybe slightly cooler temperatures, but nothing meaningful out of that either. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix. And this is going to go out through the 12th of March. And this is off of the the GFS ensemble. And, the mean, it's pretty low here, about 1/10 of an inch. The control member is up around 1/3 of an inch. European ensemble. And the mean is just under 1/4 of an inch. The control member is above or right around there. So, again, in terms of precipitation, there's some of our model guidance does indicate at least some evidence of maybe a little precipitation out there by about 9 or 10 days, but we're just not ready to really buy into that wholesale just yet. All right, looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, the rest of the week is very warm, near record warmth, and then we will cool it off by the time we get to the weekend and next week, at least somewhat, before temperatures likely to rebound thereafter. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then be sure to click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube to help support the channel and make those monetary contributions to us. Or even better, if you donate directly via PayPal, groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It is groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her blogs. Check out her videos. Everything Michelle related. It's all linked up down in the description. It's Michelle and possibly even Adriana related. So, give it a look, give it a listen, give it a gander. Also, our streaming station. It's down there. It's linked up in the description too. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music, have a lot of fun over there. Again, give that a listen. Highly encourage that. Or if you don't want to use the links in the description, you can just go to kmgx.com and listen that way. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there. Michelle's out in the yard right now. I don't know if you could hear it in the background. We got quite a bit of gating on the microphone, but it's possible that you heard that while I was talking here. It's time to start cutting, getting the yards ready to go and the air conditioners fired up and all of that. Oh boy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there, and you guys have yourselves a delightful rest of your Wednesday.